What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Dolly back in the house. It is good to see you guys jumping in the chat room so quickly. Okay, tonight we're going to talk about the Lolcountersuit. All right, I know a lot of y'all already know the countersuit, the Queen Hive is countersuing the bullhorn in the blue corner. We have the blue bullhorn in the red corner. We have a half empty beehive. Okay. So the bout between BHB and Queen is heating up right now. Queen is countersuing Bullhorn Betty for guess how much money? None. I guess the lawyer forgot to put it in there, what he was suing for. Okay, what he was countersuing for. Now, I watched a video a little bit of this girl. Her channel is called Down the Rabbit Hole or some shit like that. I honestly felt like watching it, I was losing brain cells. And it wasn't from what I was smoking, which, you know, that was helping me deal with the situation. Okay, just listening to this. And I heard some of the most stupidest shit I ever heard a lawyer say in my life today. Okay. Now, me, myself, I think the whole lawsuit thing is absolutely crazy and stupid. Okay. I ain't big on suing people. I ain't trying to get sued. I don't want to look at you. Okay. But when I was reading this countersuit, the lawyer says, Bullhorn Betty has a Venmo. Bullhorn Betty has a PayPal. Whatever lawyer this lady hired must not have any clue to how YouTube works. Okay. I want to explain this for people that are like, her lawyer is like saying that Betty makes money off of pimping tragedies. Okay. You can say that, but what does that got to do with the lawsuit? That don't have nothing to do with the lawsuit, right? That has absolutely nothing to do with the lawsuit. And here's what I hate to explain to this dumbass lawyer. When Betty gets a check, it ain't signed tragedy on the bottom of it. Okay. It's not signed tragedy. It's signed Google AdSense. Okay. So she's not getting paid from a tragedy. She's getting paid from Google. All right. Now, this lawyer, if he didn't write down, I was watching some of Perplexed, and I have to agree with her. This lawyer just basically wrote down everything Queen said and just ran with some of the most stupidest shit. So we're going to listen to a little bit of this girl go over this damn Lolsuit countersuit. It's like she names JLR. Like, what does JLR got to suing people got to do with Betty in your lawsuit? Like, her lawyer just, it's the biggest stretch I ever seen. Right. And here's the thing. All this shit's going to get thrown out of court. The judge is going to look at the two of y'all and kind of giggle to herself and be like, hey, y'all stop talking about each other. Y'all leave each other alone. And that's what's going to happen. All this money is going to be wasted. And the judge is going to tell you, hey, leave each other alone. Look, me and Savage, right? We battled it out, went to court. Judge said, leave each other alone. That was it. That's all the judge is going to do. It's two grown ass people fighting like kids. And the judge is going to be like, leave it alone. Queen's lawyer didn't ask for no money because what? You have to lose money to ask for money. You have to prove that for defamation to occur, you have to prove that you have lost income because of this defamation. If anything, I think Queen gained, okay, during this, right? Because she all gained 10,000. We just guessing roughly 10,000. It's probably over that. What she made on YouTube, what was donated to her Cash App, PayPal, plus the fund she raised was up to 7,000 or something like that. So she's banked a lot off of this. That lawyer, this lawsuit, I know how much that lawyer costs to represent somebody. I checked. She has made thousands off of this. So, and I'm sure, that she'll continue. A lot of people hate Betty. That's the Hate Betty campaign. Okay. But just because you countersue somebody, don't mean you're going to win. Okay. Just because you sue somebody, don't mean you're going to win. Okay. I just think there's a million things in this world that money could have went to that would have been better for the community, for people in the community, or just in general, to waste it on some crazy ass lawsuit and then double down. You never know. Time that would have got to court, Betty might have dropped that. Now you got to pay a lawyer to countersue Betty. And what do you think you're going to get from Betty? Okay. This is say you won, right? All they're going to do is put a judgment on Betty she's never going to pay. So what do you really get out of all this but spending money, wasting money? It's like taking a bottle of perfectly good Jack Daniels and pouring it down the sink. Okay, just a waste of damn money. Just a waste of money. So anyway, like I said, this girl goes over the case. I don't know if I should show her because she looks like the kind of person that would strike the shit out of you. But maybe I'll just play her audio and you can hear her read out what this lawsuit, countersuit says. And look, most of this shit is absolutely irrelevant. Before we even listen to it, I'm going to tell you, it is so irrelevant. It has nothing to do with anything. It is so far of a stretch. Look, honestly, this is truthful. And this is them people over there. I pray to God you really didn't pay this lawyer 10 grand. I pray to Jesus, little baby Jesus and everything. Because if you paid this dude 10 grand, I should have went to law school. Okay. That's all I'm saying. This dude has no clue to how YouTube works. Everybody up here has a Venmo, PayPal. Everybody up here cover you. You cover the same stuff. That's what I didn't get. All right. You're like saying she takes money off of covering these cases. And then at the same time, Queen's covering, well, half-ass covering it because, it is what it is. But you're making money off of the cases too. All right. So you're over here saying it's wrong for her to make money off of YouTube while you make money sitting there talking shit about this woman. That's perfectly fine. I don't know how that's going to go over in a court of law. Right. Because Betty didn't make videos about you guys. Just truthfully. She didn't. She may mention you in passing when somebody says something in the chat, but she wasn't harassing you guys and making videos on you and attacking you guys from every last one of your friends making video. You can turn on the damn internet any day of the week. Let's just be 100 real. You can turn it on any day of the week, and there's 10 anti-Betty videos. Now, look, I know Betty ain't for everybody. I get that. But let's say it's a little bit overkill. I know, maybe to me, like maybe I'm wrong. Okay, maybe she is that hated, but I think it's just a little bit of an overkill where people are like, oh, I'm jumping on this bandwagon, this hate wagon, and the hate bonding thing. If people would have laid off Betty a little bit, and picked on somebody else for a couple of days and then came back to Betty, rotated, instead of just every day, Betty this, Betty this, Betty this, Betty this, Betty, and just kicking and kicking. And I don't think Betty would have sued nobody. I don't think Betty's really worried about taking anybody's money. I think right now there's just a whole lot of wasting shit going on. That's what I think.
I had to redact this document. Very much so. But let me.
Okay, so the audio we are hearing is from the girl down the rabbit hole. Okay. Now, the brain cells she takes from you tonight, I cannot give back to you. Okay. Just remember that. If you have a few extra brain cells that you can spare tonight, don't stay tuned right here. Right. But if you lack in brain cells and you ain't got no more to spare, you might want to tune out. Okay. Because I didn't heard some of this, and I all kind of brain cells were like they were just getting zapped out my head. I was like, by the end of this, I was drooling. I was like, is that bad? Like the girl, I can't see how you could think what this lawyer's saying is intelligent, right? This sounds like you better call Sal shit. You know, it's like that. You know, he got his office is next to a laundromat.
Tell you something. This was written by a real attorney, okay? Like,
Okay, a really shitty attorney. Okay, we got it. Might be a real attorney. You are right about that. This was written by a real shitty attorney. Okay, that does not know how YouTube works, does not know how monetization works, does not know how people finance their YouTube channels up here, does not know none of that. Okay, don't know one bit about how this shit works. Like, could you could you have hired a lawyer that had a YouTube channel, maybe? Okay. Somebody that knows how to spell YouTube. I thought Dolly wrote this. There's damn misspellings in this shit. It sounds like I wrote it. Okay. It sounds like I wrote this shit.
real, you can't get any more real than that. They're very real.
Real dumb. All right. Real damn dumb. He didn't even put what he was suing for in the damn letter. Okay. He didn't even put what he wanted. He just told the judge, give us whatever you think is right. Here's a nickel. Here you go. Here's 5 cents. Pay your light bill next to the laundromat.
Very well put together, very well written. And I sat there and I said, oh my God.
I said that too when I watched your video. I said, oh my God. This is what I said. As soon as I got through about line 45, I was like, oh my God. Please, Jesus, make this stop. Okay, make this stop.
This just got real. Shit just got real. Okay.
It didn't get that real. The judge is going to look at this shit and laugh. Okay. If I was a judge, I'd laugh out loud. Okay. I would actually laugh. And, you know, Betty's my friend. I like Betty. She ain't going to win. Okay. But the same thing is going to happen to Queen. She ain't going to win either. All right. We're going to see 2 people will walk out of here where they can't talk about each other. You know who wins in this? Dolly. Dolly gets a laugh and joke and watch it. But, you know, I already know how it's going to play out. The judge is going to be like, hey, y'all leave each other alone. The judge ain't going to award money to somebody. They know ain't neither one of these women got that much money. Betty ain't got no money, right? Betty don't make a fortune off YouTube. Queen, we know she ain't even paid her fines. Okay. She ain't got no damn driver's license. She needs to pay that shit. So you got some court fees you ain't paid, all kinds of shit, right? So we know you ain't got a lot. Okay. So, but to take advantage of the situation is kind of what's going on. And I don't, like I said, I think the judge is going to throw all this shit out. It was a waste of viewers' money. Okay. It ain't like she was, like I said, if Queen was facing jail time, I'd give her $20. You know what I'm saying? I would donate to her myself. Don't even have to like her. I'd be like, I don't wish that shit on nobody. I don't wish jail on people. It ain't cool. That's these 2 things you don't wish on people in this world. That's death and jail. Okay. And I would donate to her. She was in any legal trouble like that. Just a YouTube respect thing. But if you're getting sued for running off at the mouth, I can't donate to you for that. You should have been quiet. Like, you should have zigged when you should have zagged, kind of thing. All right, let's get into this a little bit. I want to burn some brain cells tonight.
Let me read this. Let me read this. All right. So I did a lot of heavy redacting. Of course, I put the, abbreviations to the channel names to, even though these people are public, I still wanted to, ensure that my channel wasn't releasing their full legal names, words,
Everybody knows
usernames,
their
and
names
voice.
at this point. Okay, this is like Cheers, where everybody knows your name. All right, everybody knows my name. Everybody knows everybody's name. Ain't nobody damn name secret on the internet. I hate this docs and shit. Remember back in the day when you was in the phone book? Okay, you could just look in there. Like you could call 411. Anybody remember 411? You'd be like, can you give me the number to damn Bullhorn Betty. They'd be like, yeah, here's the number of Bullhorn Betty. They'd give you the address. What is the big doxing thing? Like everybody's a top secret fucking CIA agent now, man. You can't know where I'm at now. You just like, the KGB could come for me. It's the weirdest shit I've ever heard in my life. Doxing this, I redacted this, I did this. Hell with all that. Okay, people know who are who, and it's like calling Dylan DM and Bethany in the basement B, or calling Hunter H. Every fucking body knows it. Why are we calling this dude? You see what I'm saying? I don't get that shit. It makes absolutely no sense to me. Okay, it makes absolutely no damn sense to me.
So this is actually a counterclaim, all right? And just so everybody's aware, Queen Bee, buying through lawyer from fuck around and find out law firm.
Well, they must have been running a special. Okay, they must have been running a special. Is that fuck around and find out how dumb we are? Because it's kind of like when I heard this, I was like, this shit sounds stupid. Okay, I mean extra stupid. Like you ain't got a clue to how the internet works. Stupid. Like, do you have a computer? Stupid. Could you? I don't know. This lawyer must be old as hell, and he wasn't around when they created YouTube. Okay, he don't know this YouTubey thing. You know what I'm saying? The YouTubey thing. You got to have a lawyer that knows what's going on, right? I was in a metal band. I got in a big ass bar fight. I go to the lawyer. I'm like, yeah, I got this big bar brawl in this metal band. He was like, what type of metal? Like Pantera? And he was like an 80-year-old Jewish man. And I was like, yeah. But right then I knew he was my lawyer. I was like, this dude right here knows what's up, right? And he got me out of it. So ha ha, right? So you got to have a good lawyer, right? I still remember that dude's name. His name is Leon Sarfan. Best lawyer around. Best lawyer around. His daddy was a judge. I mean, like a retired judge, because he was old as shit when he was my lawyer. But his daddy had been a judge before that. That dude got me out of everything. He cost a fortune. Look, he told me. At first, before I hired him, I had a public defender. Public defender was like, yeah, you're doing some time. When I had a meeting with the old little Jewish guy, Leon, he said, look, you ain't going to jail. The only thing you need to worry about is getting my money. And he put my court date off for a year. And he said, you got a year to get my money. That's what he told me. It worked. You got to have a good attorney. But see, I ain't been sued. So I don't know so much about these civil attorneys. But this dude sounds like you hired my cousin Vinny. No shit, I swear.
Complains of BHB stating as following. We're going to talk about the venue here. Parties, jurisdiction, and venue. Queen Bee is resident of Illinois. BHB is resident of Florida. Okay? BHB sued Queen Bee in this court, availing herself of the rights and privileges of proceedings in this court. Number 4, as explained below, BHB directed her actions and the damages caused by her actions into this county. Number 5, court has jurisdiction over the parties. Number 6, the court has jurisdiction over the subject matter of this litigation. This piece right here, the facts is just like OMG. Let me read you the facts, okay? Facts common to all counts. BHB claimed advocacy and revenue generation. Number 7, BHB holds herself as a victim's right advocate, a victim's right activist, and a social media influencer.
Okay, that's absolutely correct, right? That would be what she does. Okay, she goes out, she looks for people. So yeah, I would say that is exactly what she does. I don't get why this lawyer's just stating what Betty does. I mean, that is exactly what Betty does. She's those things that they're acting like she's not. You can't say Betty don't go do those things because if you watch Betty, Betty does more traveling to locations than damn JLR. Honestly.
Sure. Number 8, BHB uses the name Bullhorn Betty to undertake these activities.
No shit. It took a genius to write that.
Number 9, Upon information and belief, Bullhorn Betty operates the YouTube channel at Bullhorn Betty.
Oh my God. Genius wrote that. I mean, this man right here, get this dude a damn trophy.
Upon information and belief, Bullhorn Betty operates the TikTok account Bullhorn Betty.
Oh my God. Genius.
According to BHB, she covers cases and helps in the search of those missing, presumed dead, or both.
That sounds true to me. I would think true. I've been with her. I've witnessed it with my own eyes. Her look for missing kids.
12. According to BHB, she travels the country to help find answers for the.
That is true. And she helped me not get bit by a snake because I was about to step on a damn rattlesnake and BHB seen it. Okay. And she was like, there's a damn rattlesnake. And I was like, oh shit. So
The families and her audience. Bullhorn Betty's YouTube channel shows videos of her in various locations.
oh my God. Like Bullhorn Betty, it sounds like Bullhorn Betty wrote this. Okay. To be honest with you, is Bullhorn Betty her lawyer? Bullhorn Betty does this. She's an advocate. This bitch is pumping Bullhorn Betty up like she's a damn rock star. Damn, does my damn resume look that good? I give her a job at this point. I'm like, this bitch is an advocate. She searches for kids. She's at various locations. She got channels. She's a media influencer. I'm thinking, damn, you know what I'm saying? Hire her. Long as she'll work for $9 an hour, she got a job, right?
Bullhorn Betty claims to work hard and put her life on the line to find answers.
I would say she has put her life on the line at certain times. There's people that are damn crazy. All right. You ever had a raging Billy Joe jawbone in your face? I'm telling you, that's putting your life on the line right there. That lady's about to kill me. You got the wrong one, mister. I was like, holy shit, I'm about to die. Get out my bubble, Billy Joe jawbone. My life was on the line. Okay. Tell me it won't. They were trying to pop my bubble while I was out there. That was life threatening.
The answer: bring the truth and seek justice like no other channel you will find. That's number 4.
Seeking justice like no day. She sounds like a superhero. Get that bitch a cape that says BHB. Okay. I don't get that part of the whole countersuit. That shit made her sound like a damn. She should get the Nobel Peace Prize, right? I'm like, what the hell? Damn, I made her sound better than, you know what I'm saying? I thought you supposed to fire off some shit talking. That shit sounded like, can I get her autograph? Damn, she got a little bit of everything. But this dude, the lawyer, I feel bad. I just pray to God you didn't pay that dude 10K.
That's number 14. All right. Number 15. BHB seeks financial support for her channel.
What YouTuber don't? Okay. What YouTuber don't seek financial support for their YouTube channel? Heather, whatever. Thank you for the financial support for my YouTube channel. Okay. Thank you for that. I hope I don't get sued for seeking that one day. Okay. Be like, yo, he wanted money to grow his channel. Sue him. This lawyer don't have a clue to how YouTube works. Right? You don't get a check that's signed by Tragedy. Okay. Don't say Tragedy on the check. She's paid by Google. She's getting paid by Google. People give you money because they enjoy your entertainment. They're not giving you money because, like, look, Heather whatever just gave me $10. She's not giving me $10 because I'm going to save the world. She's giving me $10 because she likes the entertainment. She's enjoying the content. It might be she might be sitting around listening to it, and it's occupying her mind, and it's worth $10 to her. That's why people give money. Right? It's not that she's raising money off the backs of this is what we talk about, but people enjoy it and they give us money. It's not could they give us money because if we was talking about something else, like just say I wasn't talking about missing people or anything else, but I was up here talking about making soap with you guys. Y'all give me money. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? It's whatever I talk about. You guys enjoy it and y'all enjoy being here with me. And y'all donate to me. It has nothing to do with making money off the backs of kids or these people. And we're not getting paid from these people. So It's YouTube. It's what people want to see out here is the bigger problem. It's not YouTubers. If you're going to go YouTubers making money, every single last person on the internet, a YouTuber that is monetized, is making money. It just sounds stupid.
Number 16, BHB maintains a Venmo account, Bullhorn Betty, to receive financial support.
So hell what? I got one. Cash App, Jams TV, right? Venmo, Jams TV. Got a damn PayPal. I probably got a damn, what's that other shit? I never used it, but I think I got it. There's another one too. What I'm saying is every YouTuber, damn Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Next is going to be like, I don't think Betty has a Patreon. But if she did, it would be in this damn countersuit. This woman has a Patreon. How dare her? How dare her try to finance her channel? How dare her try to pay the light bill? How dare her pay the internet bill to where she can broadcast? Okay. And by the way, guys, I don't know if y'all know this. You notice I ain't been going robotic. I got my damn internet fixed today. Thought I got his internet fixed. Boop, 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 boop. They gave me a brand new state of the art, the newest router they got. Okay, I don't know if that's the problem. They don't know if that's the problem. But so far, so good. And yeah, I got a badass one now. They gave me the 2024. And they were like, he was like, yo, I got to get permission. I was like, the hell if you do, better hook my shit up. I was like, I've been a robot for a week. All right, I've been a damn blur. People think they need glasses when they watch me, right? Y'all better hook my shit up good. And they got me working. So they got me working. They got me back in the game. Look at his face. Y'all can see it again. Still ugly, but you can see it, right? This is what nightmares are made of. All right, this is what nightmares are made of. But anyway, let's keep going over this little suit. Listen, I hate to do this, and I ain't even call this dude Basement Tim. I'm gonna call him B Tim. Okay, B Tim did a better job writing this. I can promise you. I can promise you. From his mama's basement, he would have did a better job of writing this. All right, Willow would have did a better job of writing this. Okay, you could have got Willow, the law officer Willow. He done vanished, right? I seen him today, though. He was lurking. I seen you, Willow. I know you alive. I was worried. That's why I looked around. All right. I know you my number one fan and all, and I check on you because I worry about my people. All right. I know you secretly love me. I had to make sure you was alive because, you know, you ain't been around. I didn't know if Queen Godzilla ate you or anything. I didn't know. I'm just saying. Didn't say. But I know you okay now. I know you okay. You still out there lurking. You know what I'm saying? You still lurking. You must have got some minutes on your phone. I don't know. I can't help but pick on people. I can't. It's just in my blood. I like to play just a little bit, but it's with love. It's all with love tonight. But this lawsuit is stupid as shit. Okay. And the lawyer is pretty damn dumb.
Nothing wrong with that. I mean, we have, I have a Cash App. We all have accounts, right? Okay, that's fine.
Okay, at least this girl's seen that. Okay, that she knows at least that. We all got accounts. And she has 26,000 subscribers. So she's monetized as shit. She knows how the internet works.
Number 17, BHB maintains a Cash App account. I blocked it to receive financial support.
Why'd you block it? Why'd you block her Cash App? You could have just said that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody would have donated to BHB's legal fund. All right. But there ain't a bunch of people up here grifting to raise money for BHB's legal fund. Okay. You don't hear none of her friends talking about give BHB $20,000. Okay. You don't hear that.
Number 18, BHB maintains a PayPal account, Bullhorn Betty, to receive financial support.
Okay. And I'm sure this lawyer must be from the fucking Stone Age. Do you not have a Cash App? I'm sure. How did he take his payment? Like, how'd you pay this dude with fucking stones? Okay. Here's a fucking, you paid him in gold and silver. How do you pay this guy? He ain't got Cash App. Acting like oh my God, Bullhorn Betty has Cash App. We want $20,000. Boom. What? And you get in front of a judge and be like, yo, this lady has Cash App and PayPal. He's going to be like, oh no, not Cash App and PayPal. No. Off with her head. Off. How dare you have, you probably got Zilla, right? You probably got it all. You probably got Chime. Not, that's death penalty right there. You got Chime.
BHP claims to have covered the case of Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie, claims to have covered the case of Kyle Schuland, I think it's Schult, and Crystal Turders.
I mean, what is he reading her portfolio? She did all that. Okay. I mean, let's sue this lady. Let's line our lawsuit with a bunch of great things that Bullhorn Betty has done. And then we're going to say she defamed us. Okay. How does that work? Okay. This shit to me sounds pro Betty. Like I could have wrote you something better to been like F Betty. You know, like I don't get it. Y'all are labeling these things. Betty's going to be able to walk into court and prove she's covered these cases. She's been to these locations. She's going to be able to show receipts for hotels, travel expenses, airplanes, things that you can't show. And I know she can because they're paid with credit cards. You got to remember, I've been places with Betty. She swipes that fucking card. She has records of everything she's done, what she spent, all these things, what she made. And I can tell you, I seen what Betty makes. All right. That she don't make shit. Okay? I'm just like, you know, she don't make nothing. She don't make nothing. She needs to sell, you better sell some coffee mugs. All right. So I'm saying these women ain't making a whole lot. With this woman grifting, she's making a ton, right? She made a ton off of that. That was a lick right there. That's in the hood. We call that a lick. She hit a lick. That's just the hood shit in me. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I've seen a lot of hustles, right? But if you did, okay, if you did, and I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You paid, like she said, $11,000 for this lawyer. I'll give you that. You paid $11,000 for this. But you got ripped the hell off. Like you got ripped the hell off. If this ain't all he is stating is true facts that Betty can easily walk into the court and prove. Simple. Simple. She can prove that, yeah, I got a Cash App. I got a Venmo. Yeah, people donate to me. But just because you think people donate to her because it's tragedies, that don't make that true. Right? People donate for entertainment. They donate because they just like you. Right? Are they donating to you for tragedies? You, it ain't tragedies, but for Betty, it's tragedies. See, that's where Betty's going to be able to walk in there and shut down everything this dude's saying. Everything. Because everything he's saying, she's actually done. Right? You can't tie. They're trying to tie other people in this lawsuit to Betty. Like JLR sues people. He did this and this. It goes into that. Like, what the fuck does that even got to do with Betty? JLR, are you suing JLR? All right, it sounds like half of this sounds like they're countersuing JLR. That's it is the stupidest shit. I don't know who. And this girl acts like the most genius lawyer in the world wrote this shit. No, if this was my lawyer and I was facing jail time, I'd be scared. I'd fire his ass and go get another lawyer. Just straight honest with you. All right. Like you in this world, sometimes you get what you pay for. You should have really went and got you a better lawyer. It's probably what you should have done. I'm just saying.
Excuse me. BHP claims to have covered the case of Kathleen Moore and Colin. BHP claims to cover the case of Ruth Sakala. BHP claims to cover the case of Summer Wells. BHP claims to cover the case of Paola Miranda Rosa. BHP claims to cover the case of Anthony. BHP claims to cover the case.
What about Monkey? She didn't say Monkey. 2 years, rest. Well, I was about to say rest in peace, but I hope that ain't the case. But prayers to Brandy and her family. You know, we're just past the 2-year mark on the Monkey thing. Betty's worked on a lot of cases, so and she can prove it. I mean, Betty has thousands of videos from all over the country. I mean, I don't get his argument. His argument is his final argument is this. Betty said she sold drugs to kids. Okay? You've been arrested for selling alcohol to kids. Clearly. You were also arrested for manufacturing drugs and distributing drugs. Clearly. Right? Did you ID the people you were selling drugs to? Did you realize that alcohol is a drug? Okay? Tobacco is a drug. That's why you have to be 21 to get it. Okay? So she didn't defame you by saying you did these things, by selling drugs. And that's his closing thing. His big thing is she said that she sold drugs to kids. Your criminal record alone proves what Betty says. And tonight ain't an attack on anybody because I just wanted to go over what was in this. And I just want to clearly state that it's stupid as shit. And Betty is going to eat this shit apart. I know Betty good enough. I've watched Betty shut some fucking people up. All right. I've seen Betty carries a different energy. She carries a different energy. I don't think you know it. It's something people put off. She's a little tiny lady, but you get her around people and you can see that they fear this little tiny ass lady. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, right? I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just don't know. But this lawsuit's stupid. You're not going to win, right? You're not going to win this. And I don't believe she's going to win against Queen. I think it's going to be one of those same thing. Me and Savage wasn't even suing each other. We were just trying not to be around each other, right? I was trying to get it to stay away from me. And they were basically just like, look, y'all should probably be in a lawsuit with each other. But before you are, shut up. Leave each other alone. And you see how that worked. That didn't work at all, right? People don't even listen to the judge. You know what I'm saying? The next day, she's talking shit about me. She left the court, posting the F him and shit. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work, but the judge can't do nothing. All they can just is suggest, hey, y'all leave each other alone. And that's what they're going to do with these people. But it is what it is. And I think Queen could have probably went in there and worked this out, or behind the scenes worked it out with Betty. It had never went to court. It would have never escalated to this. She could have spent money on better things and then tying her money up in court and shit like that. Because I really don't think Betty was coming after her money. Because one, like I said, Queen ain't got a lot of money, and Betty knows that. But it was the constant, I think, attacking every day. And like if you would have just rotated a little bit, you might not have been in a lawsuit. But like I said, I see stuff in here. Everything I've seen tonight up here in the countersuit, I think in a matter of minutes, Betty will destroy it. I mean, not only destroy it, but like you don't want somebody to walk in there that ain't a lawyer and make your lawyer look stupid. Okay, because apparently he don't know how things operate. He don't understand Google AdSense. He don't understand how people get paid, how all this works, right? Apparently, he needs a class in YouTube first before he walks in a courtroom and talks about some shit he don't understand. Now, how all the work paying our YouTube work, it took me a minute to understand it. So I'm sure this lawyer's a little confused about how people get paid. Like, you don't think people give her money when she's sitting in the chair? You think she has to be screaming in front of somewhere for people to give her money? No, that is fucking stupid. You sound stupid.
Of Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman. BHB claims to cover the case of Pulse nightclub. 28. Upon information and belief, BHB covers these cases and other tragedies to reap financial reward through financial donations and monetization of our YouTube and TikTok accounts. This sentence right here is
What's that got to do with anything? Okay. To me, that has nothing to do with anything. She has a monetized YouTube channel, a monetized TikTok. So do you. Okay. So do you. So do I. The damn by the time you get there, the judge might be on TikTok. Half the damn police forces, they be up there dancing and shit. Look, the judge might be like, how many TikTok subscribers you got? I got 2,200. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got social media. It's apparently this fucking lawyer she hired because he don't know nothing about it. He don't know how you get paid. He thinks Tragedy signs your check. Okay. I ain't got one yet that was signed by Tragedy. Okay. I ain't never had one that said, the memo for pimping or exploiting people. I never got one that said that. Not yet. I've looked, but I haven't seen it. Okay. I haven't seen that, but this lawyer needs to brush up on how the internet works, how people get paid, how donations work. You could say people are giving it to you for that, but they could be giving it to you because it's heavy in their pocket. Y'all got any money that's heavy in your pocket? Y'all can hit that Cash App tonight, okay? Because that money be weighing you down. Money, the root of all evil, okay? So if you don't want that evil to come up on you, just give it to Dolly, okay? I'm good at fighting off evil. I've been doing it the whole time I've been on YouTube. But anyway, lawsuit's stupid. I don't know. This lawyer's not a good lawyer. That's all I can say. You didn't get Johnny Cochran.
it's like I was like, oh, this sentence right here, number 28. Number 28. Now the attorney wrote this. I'm not saying this. The attorney wrote this. Upon information and belief, this is what he said. BHB covers these cases and other tragedies to reap financial reward through financial donation and monetization of her YouTube and TikTok account. The attorney said that attorney, man.
That attorney, man. He said that. That she, what about when she's sitting there talking about cases and all these other things? He has no clue to how YouTube works. He has no, his client is taking money from talking shit about that lady. Okay? Make that make sense. All right. Remember, you have to go through the lawsuit to get to the countersuit. All right. You sit up there and defame a lady that don't make videos about you. Your lawyer sounds like a dum-dum. Okay. Of course, people make money off of YouTube. They get super chats. Betty is going to walk through this shit like it's nothing. If that's the best shit your lawyer got on Betty, you're in fucking trouble. Because she is going to, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
It's the fuck around and find out law firm.
Find out how dumb this dude is. Dumb. His whole argument is, and Betty is going to easily be able to prove it in a matter of fucking seconds. Her criminal record proves it. Okay, you can't say, well, I'm suing this lady because she said I sell drugs to kids. Well, you sold alcohol. Alcohol is considered a drug. You have to be 21 to purchase it in this country, and you sold it to kids. Okay, you sold drugs to kids. Simple as that. Right? When you was out there trapping on the block, you wasn't IDing. So it ain't like you say, well, she's lying. Well, how can you prove she's lying? Prove you didn't. Because your record says you did. I think that's how a judge is going to look at that. And if the basis of your whole argument is, she said, my client sold drugs to kids. You ain't winning that. Okay. You ain't winning. Did he check his client's record? Did he ask her what she'd been arrested for? Did he look up her criminal record before his dumb ass wrote any of this? Right? Because if you did, I don't think he would have wrote this shit. All right. The whole basis of your lawsuit is in her criminal record. She can use to say, all Betty has to say is, Your Honor, could you look at her criminal record? As soon as he pulls that bitch up, it's going to say distributing drugs, manufacturing drugs, selling alcohol to kids. And then your first half of your whole thing makes Betty out to be a fucking superhero. Okay? Your first whole part of your countersuit Sounds like Betty should get the Nobel fucking Peace Prize. Okay? And then your whole thing to sue her for is she said my client sells drugs to kids. Well, fuck, bro. Did you look? You know what I'm saying? Did you look? Or was you too busy building that $3 website? I don't know. I don't know. The damn lawyer sounds like a grifter. Okay? That's all I'm saying.
Did y'all see that? Híjole, I know. That lady, that I was like, oh, 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 oh.
There went a brain cell right there. I just lost the whole fucking brain cell. She was like, ooh, 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 ooh. And my fucking shit, it just exploded. It was like, it was one like right up in here too. It was just like, gone. That shit ain't growing back. Okay. That ain't growing back. Right. Y'all watched it live. Live tonight. Y'all watch me lose at least that brain cell right there. Okay. I don't know what this R2D doop, 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 doop shit is. Brain cell gone.
I could not. I said, the attorney said that. He's not playing. He or she's not playing. I could. That's what they said. That's what the attorney said. The real attorney. They said that.
That's the You're right. That's a real attorney said that. That's what makes it so weird. Okay. A real attorney that did not do one bit of research into what was going on. Okay. It sounds like Queen just told him what her alleged shit. He just wrote it down. But the thing is this, like I can tell you, Betty can prove everything. Betty keeps every receipt, all that stuff, right? Every time you say something bad about her, she's done screenshotted it, recorded it, noted it, time stamped it, everything. So when you go in there against Betty, she's going to have a damn case log against you like this fucking thick, all right? She's going to be willing that shit into the courtroom, and she'll have everything you said. She'll have it recorded. She'll have it written down. She'll have it typed. She'll have it transcribed. She'll be ready for you. I think and she's going to be able to walk through this because there's nothing solid. What are you going to sue somebody because they got a damn PayPal? Your Honor, she got a PayPal. Your Honor, that's your opinion that she does that. That's all it is. You can't factually prove that she does anything a la tragedies to make money. That's your opinion. You're going to sue somebody on an opinion, right? I want her, how dare her have a Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, and get super chats when she's a YouTuber. That shit's, that check comes from Google. You sound stupid. You sound stupid. The internet, people ain't paying you. Google is paying you. Okay? Simple as that. They pay you by ads. They pay you by super chats. They pay you by memberships. That's how you get paid. The lawyer, dumb as hell. All right? Dumb as hell. Because you can look right here and go, well, don't she got the same thing? Right? Because I could swore that shit said Queen Bee Escobar. All right? Venmo, PayPal, Cash App. Not only that, got funds going to pay for the lawyer. All right? They're like, not only you scamming, but fuck, you paid the whole lawyer with this. Right? So, I don't know. She's gotten over on a lot of people, though.
Okay. That was number 28. So as you can see, I had to reread that a couple times to make sure I wasn't seeing things. Number 29. In her complaint, BHP complains of less earnings for monetization due to QB criticism of her. This confirms BHP revenue generation from coverage of disappearance, crimes, and tragedies.
No, that means she lost revenue from her channel. It has nothing to do with crimes. It has to do with Google. When she walks in there, she's going to show you the month before, okay, what money she made. Then she's going to say, well, here is this month where I've lost money. Here's the time frames of when she was talking bad about me. And look how much less money I made. Betty's going to be able to prove it, right? She is going to be able to prove it. That's so easily provable. Does this lawyer not understand what analytics are? on the internet. Everybody got them. Anybody got a YouTube channel here know about analytics? You can look right at it. You can look right at it. It can tell you how many views you lost, how many members you lost, what your AdSense revenue was, what it was the month before. I can tell you every month it is. You see what I'm saying? Let's list it for you. So she'll sit there and go up in that court and she'll show loss, right? And that's what you need in a defamation suit is you need to be able to show that, hey, I lost a source of income. Now, look, I could sue the fuck out of her. I mean, I could sue her because one, I got a business and all the terrible things that she said about not making the soap and blah, blah, that is lawsuit shit. Okay. Let's go to a lawyer. They take it all day. All right. Because one, you defaming somebody's business, you're saying totally outlandish things that could be harmful or damaging to my credibility and to my business and things like that. I could easily sue you. I could just sue you so quick, so quick, right? Because it's about losses. But I don't think I've took too many losses, and I ain't the sue happy person, so I let people get away with some of this shit. I don't worry about it too much. I know I ain't those things. But I know some stupid shit in the courtroom. I've been to jail enough. I'm a jailhouse lawyer, okay, at this point. And I know jailhouse lawyers, my bunkie next to me could have wrote up some better shit than this. That's all I'm saying.
Number 31, BHB has merchandise store that she promotes her YouTube channel on.
Oh, shit. Not merchandise. Nope. Dolly sells soap, okay? Merchandise? I mean, what YouTuber don't got merchandise? How dare you have merchandise?
BHB has an Amazon wish list she promotes her YouTube channel on.
Oh, that didn't make no sense. Bullhorn Betty has an Amazon wish list that she promotes her channel on. Tell me, does that make sense? Or does that sound like somebody dumb as hell wrote that? Okay, make that make sense to me. Now, it should say Bullhorn Betty has a YouTube channel and she promotes her wish list on it. But to say she has a wish list that she promotes her YouTube channel on, dude, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Basement Tim. All right. Is that your dad, uncle? Do you have your uncle or something? I don't know. But that made absolutely no damn sense. Okay. How do you promote your YouTube channel on your wish list? I'm telling you. And if you watch it from the side that's pro Queen, they're gonna act like this lawyer's a genius. Okay. Oh my fucking God, you see what he said? But there's nothing to it. There's absolutely nothing to it. Like in the end, they don't even ask what they're countersuing their claim for damages. What were the damages? I think as the countersue, you gotta have some damages, right? You gotta show some type of damages. Nothing. We just see the lawyer, the judge. They ain't working like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to show what you lost, and it has to be something within reason. Okay, you can't just be like, "Give me $100,000." They ain't gonna do that. It's going to have to be something within reason.
BHB undertakes controversial action to, upon information and belief, raise her own profile and therefore increase revenue.
Okay, so basically, Bullhorn Betty goes out and covers cases. More people watch it. More people subscribe, which brings in more money. Okay, that's normal. That's called growing your YouTube channel. Okay,
that's what the attorney said. 34. According to YouTube, BHB has posted over 1,000 videos.
oh my God. Now, if she would have posted 300, I've got thousands of videos. Okay, people go live every day. This person's suing her with this countersuit. Got 1,000 videos.
BHB claims to be a world famous YouTuber. I said this attorney wrote it in this counterclaim that he wrote that.
Okay. World famous. Well, it depends what you consider world famous. All right. Now, if you think about this as a whole, Betty has millions of views. She has been watched around the people, watched by people. Probably a lot of them hated her, okay, around the world. But yeah, I mean, it depends what you consider world famous. If you're known around the world, I would say you're world famous. Like you're just not United States known. You're known around the world because people are watching you around the world. Um, I got viewers from around the world, so I wouldn't say I'm world famous, but I would say I'm known worldwide. Okay, by some people. I wouldn't say everybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm known worldwide, and could that be considered? I'm famous. Well, I'm more popular than some people, but what is really fame? That gets into that. Yeah, you may be famous in your head. You can be famous, right? And you are known around the world, so that would make you have some worldwide fame. So to say that is a little arrogant, a little conceited, okay? But it's think about it. If you got millions of views and people have watched you around the world, then I would think you're a little bit world famous. I ain't saying that you're hugely world famous like Brad Pitt, you know, or damn uh who is it? David Hasselhoff. Okay, he's big around the world for some weird ass reason. Um yeah, so fame is like that. I would have to say that, yeah. Not at there's levels to it, you know. She's a low level of famous around the world, just like Dolly would be at a low level of famous around the world. Just people know me, you know, live in Australia. Shit, there ain't a country that people haven't watched me from. Russia, you name it, Africa, all over. I'm surprised by it. So, but I don't think in my mind, I don't really want to be famous. To me, it's just a big popularity contest, you know? I don't want all that attention. I just need to be able to pay my fucking light bill. That's it. All right. Pay that light bill. I'm good. I don't want all the shit that comes with that. And collectively, you know, I say that about Betty, and she's at just what, 3-4 million. I'm way over that. I mean, I'm 10, 13. I'm somewhere way up there. I mean, to me, that's a lot, right? And like I said, it's around the world. So to say, well, she says she's world famous, that okay, well, people know around the world. That has nothing to do with Queen Bee, the defamation of Queen Bee. It's like it's filler shit. Like you didn't have nothing to write because he would have wrote, she said my kid sells, you know, she sells stuff to minors. How much would that have took? It would have been a 2-second video. It would have been this fucking big because that's their whole argument. The rest of it's just shit about Betty and who she is.
He wrote that.
He wrote that.
Number 35, BHB claims to be a world famous YouTuber. I need a moment. I was like, look, this is me. I was like, whoa, calm down. Cálmate, calm down.
Ay, Dios mío. Cálmate, por favor.
Poly mailers are a great way
All right,
to
hold on,
package your
commercial.
products. And with Sticker Mule, ordering custom poly mailers has never.
Well, we know she just made money off this, right? Maybe you should have did this for free. Seeing nobody's supposed to make any money except for Queen Bee, okay? Maybe you should have done this for free. Just saying. Should have done it for free. With that said, I'm putting a commercial in now. Take that. Take that. I ain't doing nothing for free.
I could not. I just couldn't. I couldn't. I said, no, not for the life. Number 35. Number 35. Indeed, BHB has drawn considerable media attention for her behavior. I was like,
what does that got to do with anything? You think all media has went to Betty because it's been bad behavior? You don't think media went to Betty because she's out there searching things of that nature and they've asked her questions? See, I've been out there with the media. I know.
no, number 36, he said her behavior. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, he didn't specify. She's been on the media, but what? Cause she was doing something good. I've been on the media. I wasn't on the media for doing nothing bad. They had me up on court TV because I was doing a good thing out there looking for Quentin Simon. So because you're on the media, does that make you bad? You could be on the news for something good.
What the hell does that mean? And I want that attorney's number.
Please don't hire this guy. Please don't.
Number 37, most traditional media coverage explains that BHB and her colleagues are generally heckling families of crime victims or criminal suspects, as well as disturbing the peace where these individuals can be. Oh my goodness.
Okay, if I was a judge, I'd ask you this. What the hell does that have to do with Queen Bee? What does it have to do with if she stands here or she stands there? If she stands on the moon, all right? If she screams to the top of her lungs or if she fucking kicks a wall for 6 days, what does that have to do with Queen? Nothing. That's what I'm saying. This has nothing. It has no basis. You know how fast Betty is going to destroy this shit? It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I just pray you didn't pay that much.
If I scroll down anymore, can be found. Number 37. Most traditional media coverage explains where this attorney, and then here's the best part. He's putting footnotes. Look, he's putting like the footnotes on the bottom of where you can find like where it happened. This is the link. Go search it right there. You're gonna see where I got this information from.
She's one of those people. I can't stand that shit when people get like this, talk like this. I hate that shit. You know, I just can't stand it. I can't. It's been a trend lately. Everybody's doing copy damn burnt toast. As soon as burnt toast and slap their hand a couple times, now everybody got to fucking do the fucking kumbaya clap every time they're fucking pissed off on YouTube. I can't take it.
As soon as you hit that link right there. As soon as you hit that link. Number 37. My goodness. My goodness. I couldn't. Clutching my invisible pearls. All right. Get it together, Rabbit. Get it together.
Please, 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 girl. For the sake of all of us. For the sake of all of us. I don't know you, but Lord, you done made my brain hurt.
Number 38. BHB response to the police department stated intentions to apply the law. The law was, since you all don't know what it is, we will see you in court. This is my intention to sue. A direct quote. Hold on.
What does that have to do with Queen Bee? Okay. It has nothing. What does any of this have to do with Queen Bee? What Betty's done has nothing to do with what Betty said. What Betty said is facts. It can be proven. Okay. Betty's going to walk in there and prove everything she said. Then what? Then what? Then you realize the judge is going to tell them to stop fighting. People got wasted $10,000 of money to tell 2 grown-ass women to stop fighting.
BHB response to the police department states intention to apply the law was, since you all don't know what the law is, we will see you in court. This is my intention to sue. The attorney wrote that on this. They wrote that on this.
Oh, maybe.
Number 39. BHB.
It has nothing to do with anything, though. It's just like he needed shit to take up space. BHB did this. And in episode 31, she then went fishing with damn, I don't know. But you get the point.
He has, as her moniker suggests, appeared at the location, of tragedies or other associates with tragedies with Bullhorn.
What does it matter where she showed up? If she showed up on the fucking moon with a bullhorn, okay? What does it matter where she goes? What does where Bullhorn Betty go have anything to do with somebody making videos about her? And talking shit and lying every day. Okay. What does that have to do with any of that? It don't. This countersuit is horrible. The lawsuit wasn't much of a lawsuit. So to me, it's just like this shit's going to, the judge is going to laugh and be like, y'all get out my face. And it's a waste of all y'all's people's money that donated to this stupid shit. All right.
Oh my God. BHP has, as her moniker suggests, appeared at the location of tragedies or those can't even read, associated with tragedies with the bullhorn. I just can't believe he wrote this. I said, oh my God. It's like how he wrote.
Bullhorn Betty don't even always break out the bullhorn. When we was in Georgia, she didn't have the bullhorn. You know who pulled out the bullhorn? Me. I was just messing with it, joking and stuff. The bullhorn never came out before I pulled it out. So I was actually the one that got the bullhorn. I was making about the jokes about training. I was in Bullhorn Betty training and shit. But she had never pulled that bullhorn out. So she ain't always out places with a bullhorn.
Wrote this. Some of BHP coverage consists of traveling the country and yelling at parents of alleged murderers or at defendants in criminal case.
Guess what, girl? The lawyer wrote that. She's like, I can't believe the lawyer wrote this. The lawyer wrote this. Girl, we 20 minutes in. We know the fucking lawyer wrote it at this point, okay? I think we all aware that the lawyer wrote the damn letter.
That was number 40. This attorney is not playing this counterclaim, this countersuit is no joke.
No, it is absolutely. What is the suit? What is the claim? Right now, if you ask this girl, Rabbit, I don't know who you are, but what is the claim that he is making? We're 50 fucking lines in. 45 of it was Betty does this, Betty does that. Betty does this, Betty does that. What is the claim? Can somebody tell me what the claim is? Anybody at this point? I mean, I know the claim because I've seen the end of this. But at this point, there's no fucking claim. It's just the lawyer needed filler. And it sounds like the lawyer is trying to get himself a defamation case, right? That's what it sounds like to me. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, Betty's going to be suing the fucking lawyer for defamation. This shit is so fabricated. The lawyer didn't do no research, no background into Betty whatsoever. You can tell.
I'm gonna need a cigarette and I don't even smoke. I'm gonna need a cigarette and I don't even smoke. I'm just saying. BHB, number 41, has given interviews to press outlets such as Vanity Fair, Insider, and Red State Media. Vanity Fair described BHB as
Okay, wait a minute. Now they were just saying Betty wasn't famous or there was no fame to Betty. You know what I'm saying? But you just heard them say Betty's been at all these publications, Vanity Fair. Which one is it? Nobody knows who Betty is, or everybody knows who Betty is. It can't be both. Okay. Just a minute ago, nobody knew who Betty Give me 1 second so I can share the screen. Share screen. Share screen. All right, let's do this. All right, where were we at?
Article right there. Listen, they put the links. The links are in there. That's that fuck around and find out law firm.
That's a
That's what it
terrible.
is.
Don't hire them.
Okay.
All right. Go to a legitimate law firm.
44.
First thing you should have knew when you seen a law firm that said fuck around, find out, that ain't the people you hire. All right. You go get one of those ones that, you know, they were a former judge, their daddy's a judge, their family's connected. Them are the lawyers you hire. All right. You don't fuck around, find out law firm for 2 G's and then they write something misspelled and sound like Dolly wrote it.
During the same interview, she also claimed that she was not invested in the lawsuit. It's something that is going to keep this relevant. It's something that is going to drive the laundries a little nuts.
What does this have to do with Queen?
Girl, what? What? I can't. Like, what? Number 45. BHB told The Sun Daily, until the laundries apologized to Gabby's family, it's not over, and claimed that she would only leave the area when God tells her enough is enough.
What does that have to do with Queen? Okay. Every one of these you can ask yourself, what does that have to do with this? What does this have to do with this? It's a whole bunch of shit in here. It has nothing to do with anything. Betty has the right to do that. She has the right to stay there as long as she wants. U.S. Constitution gives you right to protest. Betty's not breaking no law. Okay, I hate to be the one to inform you. Just because you don't like people outside people's house, don't do nothing messed up, and you don't got to worry about people protesting outside of your house. People have rights, and that's your God-given right, is to stand up and complain about shit you don't like. She does that a lot. You know what I'm saying? She does that a lot. But you have that right as a human being. So, like I said, Betty can walk in there and literally cut through every single. She can slice through this shit like dry bread. Okay.
Girl, what is God telling you about this lawsuit? Like, Dios mío, what is God telling you about this lawsuit?
I'll tell you what God would tell me. The shit's stupid and people got juiced. There's going to be some people not getting to heaven behind some of this. That's what he would say, probably. Allegedly. I don't know. I ain't never met the guy.
Because this is just like, oh my gosh. You know? That is insane. This foreshadows BHB reliance on the judicial system to silence her critics. The attorney said that. He said this foreshadows BHB reliance on the judicial system to silence her critics.
Who has BHB silenced? She sued one person, Crude, and he was doing the same thing, and he lost. Okay. He settled out of court. He paid Betty. That's the only person. They're using it like she sues. Like they're saying it like she's JLR, right? Like she sues everybody. She has 300,000. No, she don't. She's only sued a couple people, right? And so what this lawyer's saying, he did no background check. He just went by what Queen said.
And then there's more. BHB awareness of the law. Oh, Lord have mercy. Listen, I was reading this and I said, no. These are not my words. These are the attorney's words. I'm just reading what is publicly available to everybody.
Just read
pay your
this
money
shit.
And your dues. Swipe that card and you get your little, filings and stuff like that. It's all available.
Yeah, I just lost a brain cell there too.
All of it. I write this. Okay? It's available. BHB stated that she did go to paralegal school. I learned the law. I went and submerged myself in.
What does this have to do with the lawsuit? What does this have to do with a lawsuit that Betty can walk in there and prove the thing she said is factual? Right? There goes your countersuit. There goes your fucking countersuit right there. Right? Betty's gonna walk in there and just eat this dude apart. This is gonna be sad. This is gonna be sad. I'm telling you. With Jen, you got to be a lawyer. This dude, I don't know where you got this lawyer at, but he did no background into your information, into Betty's information to see if Betty really does these things. And she does really go to all these places, look for these kids and shit. And then your basis is you sold drugs to kids. You are about to lose on that shit, lady. You have been convicted of selling drugs and you've been convicted of selling alcohol to kids. That is drugs. Like it or not. She didn't say nothing that was untrue. You can't countersue for some truth.
In this, I graduated in the top 2% of my class. I was an honor roll and dean's list every semester. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about whether I understand the concept of the law. I do.
Keep it quilted.
Okay. This girl understands the concept of putting commercials in. I'm going to play a commercial every time she plays one. I got to eat too.
Means you keep it the best. Keep it quilted means comfort that feels good and does.
Okay.
Number 48. In another video where she also claimed a Hawkins County Humane Society had defamed her because she had not harassed it. She claimed to be well educated in the law.
What does Hawkins County got to do? That ain't even in the state she's suing in. That has nothing to do with it. Let's add everything. Let's write the life history of BHB. And then at the end go, she said I sold drugs to kids. That's the only claim in this.
Wait, there was a Hawkins County Humane Society had defamed her because she had not harassed it. She claimed to be well educated in the law. Okay. Number 49. I'm just like, look, the judge is going to read this.
And laugh. And be like, what the hell? You gonna feel like, can I get my time back? If I was a judge and had to read all this shit that has nothing to do with any of it, right? I mean, just own and own about shit that ain't Betty. Ain't even got nothing to do with Betty. At some parts, they're not even talking about Betty. You're like, and then at the end, you get to one little shit that's like, yeah, she said my client sold drugs to kids. What kind of shit is this?
And it's going to be like, what?
I'd be like, what too? I damn sure be like, what the hell is
What
this
is
shit?
this? Hey, listen. I'm just read. I'm just a reader. I'm just a little reader over here. I'm just a little girl reader over here. Okay. Um, BHP also enjoys access to potentially the most prolific litigator in the country. Lord have mercy. When this next
Okay, so he's listen. Not only are they trying to like, I think the lawyer is defaming Betty in his letter, and not only that, but he's defaming JLR in his letter, right? One of the most prolific people. What does JLR had him suing people have to do with Betty? Okay, Betty's not JLR. Simple as that. I would be like, are y'all countersuing this guy? Why are we talking about somebody that's not being sued? It has nothing to do with it. Okay. It has nothing to fucking do with it. They go on for 20 minutes about it has nothing to do with JLR. I hate to tell you, a judge ain't gonna listen to this shit.
paragraph came through, I said, OMG, this is about to be huge. BHP's allegations appear to mirror those of a colleague of hers, JLR, who recently sued 3 individuals in.
What does that if he sued 700 fucking people? It don't matter. Just because JLR suing people don't mean you can defame somebody's character. Okay. And then be like, well, she knows this person. Okay. Well, her actions fucking mirrored damn Jeffrey Dahmer, you know? So we start, it's crazy.
Ohio for defamation, for referring him to as a stalker, doxer, scammer, and not searching for missing people.
Shit, JLR is out searching right now. That bitch is in a bush, a tunnel, a damn sewer drain. He's somewhere.
They mentioned JLR here. Does JLR know that he's being mentioned here? I don't know. Does he know that? Just saying, because I mean, they mentioned a lot of people in this thing. Okay, just letting you know. Similar to JLR's suit, he claimed lost business earnings, injury to reputation, and mental anguish and humiliation. BHP participates in the same behavior as JLR, holding himself out as an investigative reporter, according to his YouTube channel. Jonathan Lee Riches investigates and traveling the country.
I mean, you could say that about Nancy Grace. You could say that about damn the dude Brian Eaton. I mean, all these people out there doing the same type of shit, right? Why didn't she compare him to somebody like that that's out investigating? See, this has nothing to do with Bullhorn Betty. You can't control what he does. You know what I'm saying? She's not on trial for what JLR does. Okay.
Country to provide his brand of acclaim, um, of acclaimed journalism. Upon information and belief, JLR and BHP either work together or collaborate, including traveling, each covering cases involving Summer Wells. Well, we've seen a lot of videos kind of like together or at least in conjunction. Or
What the hell does that got to do with anything? It had what they're saying has nothing to do with anything. Okay. One person's not responsible for the other. Right. I like Betty can't control what JLR does. They're not even going to hear that shit because JLR has nothing to do with this. It ain't about JLR. It's about what these two women said about each other. That's it. That's it. All this other shit has nothing to do with it. It's just a long run of let me try to discredit this lady. And this is the same reason you're getting sued. Exactly. Same reason. You're trying to say she didn't do these things. You're trying to say that she's not an advocate. You're trying to say this is why you're going to get sued. And this is why that she can walk in that court and tear you fucking apart because she's going to be able to prove all these things simply.
or giving commentary about both. Those efforts include showing up unannounced at neighborhood houses. Summer Wells. Those efforts include showing up unannounced at neighbors' houses.
She didn't show up at Queen's house. This is the thing. She didn't show up at Queen's house. She's never done nothing to Queen. She ain't making videos about Queen. This is somebody harassing her for clout. Okay. They went off on Betty so they can get some clicks and views. They hate Bond because they know people will watch you if you hate Betty. Okay. And that's what they did.
Summer Wells showing their house on YouTube, their mailbox, their vehicles, their license plates, and leaving notes on vehicles, which we've seen a lot of this happen. Riches is well known.
What the hell does this got to do with anything? I keep finding myself saying this for 40, 50 fucking questions. What does this have to do with anything?
For his litigiousness, frivolous, and for the purposes of harassment.
If we suing JLR, you got him. He's done. Okay. But this ain't got nothing to do with JLR. This got to do with Betty.
This is okay. According to the United States Department of Justice, he has filed or sought to intervene in over 3,000 lawsuits.
What if it was 20,000? Let's just put 50,000 on it. All right. Let's just say he intervened in 100,000 lawsuits. What the hell does that got to do with Betty? What at all? That's a grown ass man. You can't control what a grown ass man does. Okay. That has nothing to do with Betty. That has nothing to do with Queen. That has nothing to do with anything. That's like a stretch. This dude's suing people and this person knows them. So since this person sues, all his lawsuits are fake. That means this person's lawsuits fake. Get the hell up out of here. That's the fucking.
And that was 13 years ago. United States versus Riches. He quotes it right there, straight from LexisNexis. Okay. In one case filed in the United States District Court for the Central District of Illinois, Riches alleged that he was secretly transported to a yoga refuge camp in Springfield.
What does this have to do with anything? Just because He was in there hanging out with a dude from American Idol and damn the Tiger King and Doc. What do they call him? What do they call Doc? Uh, Vagabond. That's it, Vagabond. When he was at the damn yoga shit in Virginia. And I don't know if y'all don't know this, but that yoga place was a cult. Okay, it was a cult, and that is where Doc went from Tiger King. Okay, to the yoga place here in Springfield, Virginia, wherever it is. And this lawsuit that he's talking about the dude from American Idol at the yoga place. This shit's too funny.
For the purposes of preparation for an audition on American Idol, where he had a sexual relationship with American Idol host Simon Cowell, as well as pop star Ricky Martin.
Oh, that shit is too funny. It just sounds funny hearing her read it to me. Yeah, he was at this yoga shit. Um, that has nothing to do with Betty, though. You see what I'm saying? How did they tie this to Betty? That's like a stretch. That judge ain't gonna listen to this shit. He gonna be like, "Are we watching the Tiger King right now, or what's going on?"
What?
Ricky Martin. Oh, I knew Simon Cowell was a freak. I'm just
You know, I
playing.
started
Don't
thinking
sue me,
of
Simon.
"Living La Vida Loca" song as soon as he said Ricky Martin. Living La Vida Loca, come on. Living La Vida. Let me stop. Let me stop. All right, let me stop. I don't know why. See, it's funny.
I
They
forgot
put
about
that
Ricky
in there.
Martin.
I can't. Riches has been barred from filing in many courts who found his conduct not only frivolous but also fraudulent and harassing. Given their closeness, BHB.
They're suing the hell out of JLR, right? Is BHB getting sued? I always thought they praised her for like the first 40 fucking things, and now it's just how they're suing JLR. It switched from Betty to all about JLR. Are we who we suing? I'm lost. Who's getting sued? Ricky Martin? Ricky Martin's getting sued. Okay. Everybody's filing a counter motion against Ricky Martin.
Own legal knowledge is believed to be bolstered by Rich's knowledge of the judicial system. Ooh, ooh, wow.
Ooh, wow. Who we suing, Rabbit? I done lost who's getting sued. Who's getting sued? All right. Simon Cowell or Ricky Martin at this point. I know it's one of them two. All right, are getting sued for something.
Wow. BHB attacks doxing Queen Bee. And let me tell you something. The attorney actually wrote the definition of doxing here. I love that he did that. Shout out to the attorney. Number 60. For many online commentators, anonymity is important, allowing the free flow of information and ideas with less concern about being targeted for harassment. 61.
Targeted for harassment. Yeah, but you got to harass people. The key word is harass. It just basically says, look, we want to hide so we can harass people. That just the definition in itself. Oh my Jesus.
Appears that BHB has shared her identity while using her bullhorn Betty pseudo. Hold up, guys. Pseudonym. I always mess up that word. I have to say it in my head a couple times. Um, Put away. BHB has not been concerned about her identity and persona being intertwined. Dissimilarly, okay, Queen Bee is. Queen Bee uses the online pseudonym Queen Bee. 1 second, guys.
Oh Lord. Daycare break. Daycare break. Let's get back to it.
Sorry, you guys. Um, where was I at? Queen Bee uses the online pseudonym Queen Bee. Queen Bee avoids sharing her identity or images in the internet when commenting on events she discusses on her YouTube channel. What little Queen Bee shared was to provide a bit about her personality, not to identify herself. Salads she made salads she made from fresh ingredients from a neighbor or I know she's talked about her birds. Shout out to the birds. And that she was busy with the children's activity and the undertaking of traditional or more, what is it, hunting and whatnot. I mean,
Is that what she does? Because all I've seen her do is harass people. Okay. I'm sure Betty's going to have a list of every timestamp, every day that she's done this. Okay. To be like, this girl makes videos about her kids and birds, and you go get the fuck out of here. That's the biggest fucking lie. Betty is going to tear this apart. She is going to tear this apart.
Queen Bee hasn't really ever, she doesn't show her face and she doesn't really self identify. So, I mean, if you keep yourself private, you should be able to be.
You can't keep yourself private when you're on the news. Okay. She can't sit up there and say, I want to be private about who I am, and you're on the news and you got a criminal record, all these things. You can't have that because you're not private. You're in the public forum and you're on the news with your picture. Okay. Your criminal record, all that's public. So it's not, if you're out there in the public, it ain't doxing somebody when they're in the public. If you say this person did bad, so we can't say who did bad, that don't make no sense to me.
Anonymous if that's what you choose to be online. Nothing wrong with that. Shout out to her. Queen Bee avoided sharing personal identifying information due to the
See,
possibility of
I'd have no problem with anybody being private about who they are if they wasn't out here talking shit about people. Once you start taking yourself and judging other people and then hide who you are so they can't judge you, no. That's some bullshit. And basically tell the judge that, Betty. Because her whole shit is just, you said she sold drugs to kids. And clearly, alcohol is a drug. You have to be 21 to buy it. That's why you have to be 21 to buy it. Her case is just null and void. I mean, that's her whole argument. And that's easily proved true.
harassment, not only of her, but also her family. Queen Bee has criticized BHB in the past. In response, BHB went on the offense. In late March 2023, BHB produced
Offense. You hear that? I think that hurts your lawyer right there on the offense. You, if you don't attack BHB, she's being attacked, so BHB comes back and fires back. Is what she supposed not to say nothing when she's being attacked? Get the hell out of here, girl.
and disseminated several videos to at least in part dox. We're going to look at that definition of doxing because the attorney actually puts it in this document. In March 2023, BHB doxed Queen Bee, identifying Queen Bee as blank to thousands of her subscribers and viewers. BHB went through the trouble of comparing Queen Bee interview with the local media concerning her neighbor's brutal stabbing death during a carjacking against her voice in a YouTube video.
Okay. Yeah, that is public. That is public. That is a public video. And if you're in true crime, she's covering a case that has to do with a carjacking, somebody getting stabbed, and Queen is in it. What problem you got with that? Right? That she's on the news. She has no problem with being on the news. Why hide your identity? You wasn't hiding your identity on the news. Right? You started hiding your identity because you didn't want people basically to know that, you're a criminal on the internet.
Where Queen Bee face is never shown to make her case that Queen Bee is this person. Then BHB engaged in a flame war against Queen Bee. Upon information believe BHB has encouraged upon information believe BHB has encouraged or assisted others to do the same. Wait a minute, that's not right. Hold up. Let me fix that real quick. 1 second. Because my document, I had to rewrite this.
I don't know what college he went to, but
1 second.
you don't have a solid lawsuit. Okay. What are you suing for? That's what if I was a judge, I'd be like, what are you suing for? I'd be like, I don't get what you're trying to achieve here. Like, if she's able to prove she's these things, what case do you have? And your client has been arrested for selling alcohol and drugs. Make it make sense. Betty is going to walk through this shit like nothing.
Yes, that's what I knew that's what it was going to say. Thank you. Thank you. And it was not, it was BHB doing the same. I just had to block that. Let me block that real quick while I'm here. It is not easy to I mean, I redacted this whole thing. It is. Here it is. BHB. Yes. Here we go. Let me show it to you guys again. BHB. Here it is. Thank you. Has encouraged and assisted others to do the same. So to engage in the flame war. For those that don't know what flame war is, the attorney does put it in here. A flame war is a computer slang for a series of angry, critical, or disparaging comments exchanged by two or more people in an ongoing online argument. Flame war dictionary, they put it right there. Doxing, the definition is up there, is the practice of posting personal information about someone with the intention of harming or harassing them while not signed into law by governor. The General Assembly passed aimed at preventing this practice. That's all in there as well. Um, Recently quoted 2023.
Here's the thing. Betty didn't go back and forth with her. Okay, this lady continued to make videos daily of Betty. Continued to gang up with people and talk about Betty. Not just Queen, but Queen and everybody up there. Right? So you take that in consideration. Betty don't sit around and make videos on other people. She'll address shit, but she ain't out there making videos about you. And just think, if you wouldn't have been messing with her, you don't poke the bear won't attack you.
It's called a flame war. That's what they're calling it. All right, let's keep going. 74. In fact, in late March 2023, BHP participated in a discussion with Dolly, who uses the handle Dolly Vision, and Gary Busey, MGL, who uses the handle Molly Golightly, which was live streamed on YouTube.
Okay. And so what? I'm not Betty. I can say whatever the hell I want. Everything I say, I can prove. So, and Betty's going to be able to prove it too. That's what I'm saying. So what the fuck are y'all suing? What is y'all's case?
There was they have that. This public video discusses Queen Bee at length. This discussion lasted around 1 hour and 45 minutes. The following day, BHB streamed a video for 3.5 hours about, in large part, Queen Bee. BHB has posted images of Queen Bee's children online. Ooh, BHB has accused Queen Bee of selling drugs to children. No, that's horrible.
Okay, well, what do you consider what she done? Did she ID at the trap house? Think about it. Think about it. Do you think drug dealers care how old people are when they sell drugs to them? They don't. And you sold alcohol to kids, which is considered a drug. So I don't know what the fuck your lawyer is talking about, but he should have did a criminal background check on you first before he wrote this, because he gonna look dumb as hell when he get to court.
BHB crude behavior and so-called doxing campaign has not silenced all of her critics. And that's the thing, is like there's a lot of critics here. Okay.
Yeah, but there ain't in the legal court. There ain't. They don't count critics on YouTube in the courts. I hate to tell you that. She's gonna go in there. She's sued what? Crude. She won. She's gonna go in there. She's gonna eat through this lawyer. She's gonna be able to prove everything that she's worked on these cases. That this woman has made all these videos about her. She attacked her first. That's the key thing here. Is who started this, right? And we know who started this. Come on. We know who started this. Betty didn't go at them first. I didn't go at them first. They started this shit. All right. And that's what's going to be able to be proved in court. And if you got to get through the lawsuit to even get to this countersuit. All right. And this countersuit is nothing. It's nothing. Everything right there, I could prove in the court. That she sold drugs. That she sold alcohol, which is considered a drug. So if you say drugs, it's a matter of wording. Tobacco, that's a drug. You sold drugs to a kid. Simple as that. It ain't. You might say tomatoes, tomato, but to me, if you sold my kid was 17 and you sold him some alcohol, it's the same. And he went out and drove and wrecked his car and died. You don't think I'd hold you responsible? Just like if you sold some cocaine to my son and he went off and died, you know, I mean, you have been arrested for drug dealing, manufacturing, like I said, to alcohol, to kids. So to go up your lawyer to actually go in there and argue, we're suing because she said this, they're going to look at your criminal record, right? You're a felon. That makes you uncredible right there. Okay? Because you're a felon. I don't think Betty's a felon. I'm not for sure. I don't think she's a felon. So that makes her just a little bit more credible in court than you. I still think the judge is going to throw this shit out, laugh, and it's a lot of wasted money.
None of that, what they were trying to do, has silenced anybody. I mean, this lawsuit is helping to fight back on those that are misuse the judicial system to try to silence people. It seems BHP has elected to leverage
to silence people or to stop bullying people. Okay? Bullying people, criticizing somebody is not talking about their hair, their looks, they're fat, they're ugly. They're not criticizing Betty's work. They're criticizing Betty. Right? It ain't when Betty does something wrong. Betty don't have to do nothing wrong for these people to talk bad about her. They'll talk bad about anything. She does anything, they're going to find wrong in it no matter what. Right? And Betty's tired of that shit.
the judicial system for improper purposes, not for remedy intended to be provided by the judicial system. BHP attempts to silence criticism through her legal procedures.
That's fabricated. She's not sued a bunch of people. Okay? Who has she tried to silence? Y'all say that shit like Betty sued 50, 60 people. Betty's going to walk in there and be like, look, this is what went on. I won this lawsuit. This lawyer dumb as hell. He did no background into BHB whatsoever. He did no background check into his client whatsoever. And he wrote this. And then when he gets in there, he's going to get put on the spot. Because he's going to be like, well, check her criminal record. That's it. That's all you got to say. And then you got to dispute that. Okay? You've been in trouble for it. You've been arrested for it. You've been convicted for it. And she said it. And then you're going to be like, well, that ain't true. Well, your criminal record says it is.
Procedures, excuse me. As exclaimed, as
like Maury, the DNA test back. And it says, you are the father of that child. Okay?
As explained above, BHP admitted to a reporter that she sued the parents of an accused murderer in the middle of a firestorm of media coverage for the purposes of driving him and his wife a little nuts. The foregoing demonstrates
what
BHP
does this have to do with a defamation case against her for attacking her? This ain't got nothing to do with no tragedies, no nothing like that. This has to do with her running her mouth. That's it. Accusing her of things that she didn't do. That's defamation. Right? What Betty is accusing Queen of is more of a lawsuit than their countersuit. Okay? Ain't much of a lawsuit in Betty's case either, really. You know what I'm saying? It's some he said, she said shit. But it's at least an argument. Betty can walk in there and say, yeah, I did work on these cases. Here's the proof. Here's the videos. Yes, I said this. This is the proof of why I said this. I'm covering a case. It's not doxing when you're in the news, right? You think when somebody shows somebody on the news that's considered doxing, right? You think when this is say Corey Bixby, he was on the news the other day because he was let out of jail. You think they were doxing him when they're like, he's getting out of jail, he's staying with his sister? That's on the news. This is public information. You start doing stuff on the news and you're not being doxed. Okay? Is she up there telling people your address? And what's the big deal? That's public information. If I wanted to find out your address, I could type in a few things on the computer and find out who owns your property. That's public information. So you can find somebody easy as can be. So nobody really needs to dox anybody. If anybody wants to know where anybody's at, people are easy to find. So when you're covering a case, right? And that's what Betty does. And I'm sure Betty's going to say, well, I'm covering a case on a shooting that happened in y'all state. And she was the person in the video. You were. Right? You should have talked to your lawyer and told your lawyer the truth so he didn't come in here looking like a dumbass. All right. You went and told him a bunch of shit and he ain't checked into it. You can tell. All right. Because if he checked into it, he wouldn't be saying these things. He would know Betty did all worked on this case, that case, was searching here, was searching there. He would have knew that you've been arrested for drugs and you sold, the kid shit. He would know that. Right. It wouldn't even be in this paperwork. This lawyer's gonna walk up in there and get fucking blindsided. Queen, you better let that lawyer know what he's facing. I'm sure Betty's gonna walk right in there, and the first thing she's gonna talk about is your criminal record, right? She's gonna say, "Yeah, I said these things. Here, this is her criminal record. I was going over a case. Here's the case. She's been arrested for selling alcohol to kids, and that's considered a drug in this country. You sold drugs to kids. Simple. And that ain't defamation. That's facts." Not to stir the pot or mess with anybody tonight. That it wasn't was. But when I read this shit, I was like, this is the stupidest shit ever. It's just so dumb. It's like you talk about Betty, but that has nothing to do with the fight between Betty and Queen. That's the only thing that matters. The rest of that shit is like JLR and blah, blah, blah. Who cares? This ain't got shit to do with none of them. This has to do with your fight with this lady. What does it matter what I discuss on my shit? Okay. It don't matter what I discuss. I can discuss whatever I want. I'm not in a lawsuit with you. I can say whatever the hell I want to say. My opinion is there. I ain't saying nothing that ain't factual. I ain't saying nothing that ain't public record. All right. It's public record. These things are out there. I've never came up here and said your name. Right. I ain't never said your name. I ain't never said where you live at. I could give two shits less. I can give two shits less about you. Right? So, but I'm just saying, they took a lot of money that went to nothing. That could have went to a billboard. That could have went to a damn orphanage. That could have went to a place that helps exploited and missing children. It could have went to damn, I don't know, just a million good things. And when he got wasted on something stupid, a judge is going to laugh at it and throw this shit right out of court. Watch.
The judicial system for improper means. Upon information and belief in the past, BHP has sought relief from another person who criticized her. Upon information and belief, BHP sought and received a temporary restraining order against C. The person's name is listed. I redacted it and I put the letter C for alleged harassment. BHP reportedly spoke about her dispute with C to Red Voice Media, claiming cyberbullying, harassment, and cyberstalking. Wow.
I don't know who that is. Who C
Upon
is.
information and belief, after BHP instituted more than one legal proceeding against C, the
Oh, crew.
BHP improper litigation campaign brought to this court. All right, let's keep going. BHP filed her lawsuit against BHP. Oh, hold up.
Yeah, what you don't realize, woman, is BHP won that lawsuit. Okay. In the courts, that is a win for BHP. All right, here's the iPhone link, guys. That is a win for BHP. Okay. She won that lawsuit. She didn't lose it. So, like, when they look up, they're going to say she lost. The lawyer's acting like she lost the lawsuit. She won that shit. That's what I'm saying. They done gas this lawyer up, and what he don't even know what's going on. The lawyer only knows but what they tell you. And they must have told him a bunch of bullshit.
Typo. One sec. And I have to stop showing you guys this so I can make sure that I am. Hold up. Okay. That is correct. I'm just trying to make sure I'm covering my bases. BHP against.
They're going to bore me to sleep. Come on now. Pick up the speed a little bit. We should speed this up.
Here. And let me type it up.
Let's speed this
Cover it up real quick. QB. Here we go. Thank you for your patience, y'all. You guys are awesome. Here we go. We're almost done. BHB filed her lawsuit against QB on June 13, 2023. She also sued the to be dismissed co-defendant in this case, which she's not listed. We all know that is heels in the air. The to be dismissed co-defendant is, upon information and belief, and as alleged in the complaint, as resident of Texas with no apparent connection to the state or county. The to be dismissed co-defendant also criticized BHB using the pseudonym Heels in the Air on YouTube. Upon information and belief, BHB sued the to be dismissed co-defendant simply to put the to be dismissed co-defendant's name and addresses information into a public domain.
Like, what proof do you got of that? She's suing because she's being a defamation case, right? And these people are the ones attacking her. So where does he make this claim from?
Intent to dox, basically, right? We kind of figured that. That is why. Absolutely. I always try to double check.
Here's the thing. You don't have to dox. Heels is already in the public domain too. Okay. She has a criminal history too that is public. So you don't have to dox. It's all up there. It's public. You can just search her name. Okay. And Betty is not the one that tried to dox Heels. Somebody had put that out way before. But I don't even recall Betty saying who Heels ever was. I know who was.
That, and I might miss one here and there, but I went through this a couple times, so I know I didn't miss any. So I might have just mixed up the names, but we got it. Here we go. BHB caused the Knox County Sheriff to serve process on QB. A video of the Sheriff Department deputy that served QB was placed online.
I want to see that. Does anybody know where to get that? The video of the process server serving QB, where it's online at? Does anybody know? Any turtles? Anybody? Press 1 if you know in the chat. I like to see that. Anybody know? Just curious.
Upon information and belief, this video was either uploaded by BHB or caused to be uploaded by BHB. It appears to have been removed from YouTube despite BHB being served with evidence preservation demand.
Yeah, I never seen that either. I believe that shit's made up. I believe that. I ain't see that video. Anybody see that? I never seen it. And then removed. I ain't seen that.
BHB knowledge of the law. Did he really? The attorney just said, despite her knowledge of the law. Despite it. That's what the attorney said. Despite BHB's knowledge of the law, experience in the legal system, contacts with the most prolific filer of lawsuits perhaps ever, BHB filed a complaint devoid of merit. Oh, Lord. Let me pull up my legal stuff right here. Let's see. We're going to pull that up. Complaint.
I mean, you can say it is, but she can prove that she was being harassed. That's where everything, you can write on paper whatever you want. But when she goes in there, she's going to be able to show the judge that these people were attacking her and the type of things they were saying every day. Think about that.
Avoid merit. Here we go. And QB demanded a bill of particulars due to the improper pleading technique used, as well as.
Oh, hold on. Shit. I stopped sharing the screen. My bad. Hold on.
Civil process. Oh, excuse me. Thereafter, BHB used civil process, the service of complaint and summons by the Knox County Sheriff's Department on QB. And here we go to the counts. We have 3 counts, by the way. Count 1, abuse of process. QB realleged each of the foregoing paragraphs as if fully set forth here. BHB has an
abuse of process. Get the hell out of here. You got served, woman.
Purpose in the regular use of regular court process. BHB used regular judicial processes for an improper purpose. BHB purpose as those that could not be accomplished through the suit. Upon information and belief, BHB purpose, among others, was to continue doxing QB. Upon information and belief.
Well, why would you continue to, if everybody already knows who you are, why do you got to continue to do something? Right? You don't get, once they know who you are on the internet, they know who you are. You don't got to continue.
BHB purpose, among others, was to harass QB. Upon information and belief, BHB purpose, among others, was to silence QB for non-defamatory comments on BHB. For these reasons, QB requests this court to enter a judgment in her favor against BHB as to this court, award QB damages. prove that court to have and recover from.
What damages? You got to prove that damages were done. What loss did you have that something was damaged? You don't have a job. You're off of assistance. You live off of government assistance while you take money off of YouTube, right? You don't have a loss to show. That's why your lawyer couldn't put nothing up there. They don't even ask for amount because you didn't have a loss. A judge ain't just giving you something you didn't lose nothing.
From BHB and provide any other relief the court deems appropriate.
Any
Number
other
two,
relief.
defamation per se. Plaintiff. Thank you. Thank you, love. Thank you for putting that up. Thank you. Plaintiff realleged each of the foregoing paragraphs as if fully set forth here. After extensive efforts to dox Queen Bee, identify her publicly as blank Queen Bee, BHB then began making false statements about Queen Bee. In late March 2023, BHB stated about Queen Bee, she sold drugs to kids. In late March 2023, BHB stated about Queen Bee, you are a disgusting woman and you sold drugs to kids. That is defamation, my friends, right there. Right?
No, it ain't. Alcohol is a drug. Sorry. She's been arrested for selling alcohol. She's also been arrested for manufacturing and distributing narcotics. Okay. She also has some shit you can't even tell what she's been arrested for. So, no, that is not defamation. Okay. That is definitely not defamation. It's like, would some people say alcohol, but alcohol is considered a drug. It's a drug. Hey, Alexa. Is alcohol a drug? Hey, Alexa.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Hey, Alexa.
The internet isn't reachable.
Oh, Lord. Internet ain't reachable? Oh, that's right. My password has changed. I forgot, guys. I got to put in my new password. I got a new router, so I got a new password. So I can't ask Alexa shit right now. But, of course, it's a drug.
Right there. Can't have it any other way. These are statements of fact, not opinions. Yes, the way you said it, they sounded like fact, not opinions. Queen Bee did not sell drugs to kids. This video has been viewed by over 11,000 third parties. These false statements made to third parties.
Okay, let's just go look at this real quick. And this should shut down the lawsuit pretty quickly. Okay, you know, the whole you sold drugs to kids. All right, let's take a look at this real quick. Alcohol, sometimes referred to by chemical name ethanol, is a depressant drug. Okay, drug. What does that say? It says drug. Alcohol is a drug. It's addictive. It is a drug. Alcohol right here is classified as a drug. Okay. You sold drugs to kids. Facts. Okay. Let's don't confuse it. Betty is going to eat you apart in a matter of minutes. Your lawyer is dumb as hell. Why didn't he do any background check into you? That's what I want to know. Why is there no background check into this lady? And you think you're going to sue Betty? Right? I mean, clearly right there, it says alcohol is a drug. You sell drugs, lady. To kids. You were arrested for it, convicted of it. You trying to sue for defamation. Your lawyer didn't look into your background whatsoever. Right? He don't know. Did you tell him? Did you? Or you gonna let that man walk in there and look stupid? Because that's what's going to happen. Because you know Betty knows you've been arrested for it. Betty knows she's not. Y'all must not realize alcohol is a drug. I knew that. I learned that a long time ago. It's a depressant. Okay. And it's highly addictive. You can't, some people, you try to stop drinking cold turkey, you can die. So that's a drug. So to think, oh, they said I sold drugs to kids. You did. I didn't make you do it. And then you're going to play it off like, oh, I worked at a store. You still sold drugs to a kid. Don't matter where you worked. Don't matter if you sold it out your refrigerator, if you sold it out to 7-Eleven, if you sold it out the back of your trunk. You still gave a drug to kids. Like, I go represent BHB. I'll destroy your whole lawyer in a matter of minutes. I'll just show you where Betty was here. Betty did this. Betty did everything you're saying, alleging like she didn't. She did. And more. Y'all left some shit out. Y'all left a Michael Vaughn shit out. Y'all left a bunch of shit out that Betty has done that she can put on her resume. I know a lot of people hate Betty, and that's cool. I ain't trying to take up for Betty. I'm just thinking, don't let your hatred get you scammed out of thousands of dollars for Betty, because that's just stupid. All right, like, and it's just a waste of money. Do something good with your money. I think it can go better places, because that's just throwing it out the window, lighting it on fire, and just slinging it out the window. Neither one, it's just a waste of money. That's it. Let's go back into this now that we know that she done lost her lawsuit already because she did in fact sell drugs to a kid. And it is what it is. You may not look at it as a drug, but the US government does. Okay? The courts look at it as a drug. It is handled the same as a drug. So when they say you did that, the judge is going to look at you and go, have you ever sold drugs to kids? And when you look up there and say no, you're lying in the court. Okay, you know good and well you sold. It might not be a hard drug. I ain't saying you sold this or that, but look, alcohol is a drug. Her statement is 100% correct. You sold drugs to kids. We just looked it up. Considered by the government a drug. It is a depressant. It is clearly a drug. Right? Ain't the worst drug in the world, but still a drug, and you shouldn't be selling it to kids. Her statement is actual fact. I hate to prove that to your lawyer, so I could shoot your lawyer down in a matter of seconds. And I'm an idiot off YouTube. You're in trouble. That's just, you wasted a lot of money. I would do this at this point. I would contact Betty. Y'all fucking figure it out and stop wasting people's money. That's what I would do. Stop messing with Betty, and I'm sure she would let that shit go. And before any more money gets tied up or any more money gets lost in the stupidness of it and these people on YouTube trying to ramp it up, keep it going. That's what they want, some drama, right? But in actuality, before it costs a bunch of people a bunch of money and a bunch of drama, I would work it the hell out. That's just my opinion.
Impute the commission of a crime. Upon the information and belief, BHB knew the statement was false. When asked by Gary Busey, MGL, what kind of drugs, BHB stated, I don't know if it was meth, coke, crack, I don't know. I have no idea. These two statements are defamatory per
No, they're not. She said she did not know what it was. She did not know what kind of drug it is, but alcohol was the drug. Okay? Alcohol is clearly a drug. I don't know, you could grab it, but you should know this, that alcohol is a drug. All right? There's a reason you got to be 21 to buy it. You cannot go in there and just be like, hey, I'm 16, give me a 40 of old E. All right? That is considered selling drugs to minors. You will be arrested. You will be charged. You will be fined. And that's what happened to Queen Bee. To sit up here and say, she sold drugs. Not only did she sell drugs to kids, but, she sold drugs to adults. That don't make it any better. Selling drugs itself is bad. She glorifies it. She glorifies the drug dealing. She attacks other people on her channel. All I want is her to change her ways. You know what I'm saying? Let them women work it out. Y'all change y'all ways. Stop doing grimy shit. And let the internet move on.
Just saying. Just saying. I don't know. I'm saying. I don't know. Imagine being an older adult and your only aim in life is to be a bully. Yeah, did y'all hit the like button while you were in here? Let me keep reading, okay? We're almost done here. The following day, well, these two statements are defamatory per se. The following day, BHB published a statement referring to Queen Bee, say no to drugs, kiddos. Oh, wait, she said Queen Bee is giving them to children.
That's true.
BHB made this statement during a live stream, repeating this.
That is absolutely true. She gave drugs to children. Okay? If you have been arrested for selling alcohol to minors, okay, minors, what does that mean? Okay, minor means children. She sold alcohol, which is a drug, to children. She can say that because that is fact. That is public record. That is in the courts. And that is who she is. She has the right to say those things. Some things are true. And she's going to be able to prove that.
Statement after being paid a $5 donation made by an anonymous third party. Ooh, is that a super chat? Are they like, ooh, did the attorney notice all the super chats? That's not good.
That's not
Can
good.
you imagine the judge reading all this? That is not good.
Did he notice my super chats? I ain't seen none. But I'm just wondering if he noticed, because I didn't notice none on mine. My shit been bare, like bears can be. I don't know how he be noticing.
I'm just saying. This video has been published to over 11,000 third parties, according to YouTube. This false statement made to third parties impute the commission of a crime. Give me one sec, guys. One sec, guys. This false statement made to third parties imputes the commission of a crime. This statement is defamatory per se. BHB has suggested that she made these 3 defamatory statements in revenge for QB's criticism of her. So in late March 2023, BHB suggested that if Queen Bee would have taken the advice of not speaking critically about BHB, then she would not be making the statements. Upon information and belief, BHB knew these statements were false or acted recklessly concerning the veracity of what she was saying. BHB acted with malice. For these reasons, Queen Bee requests this court to enter a judgment in her favor against BHB, as to this court award QB damages proved at trial to have and recover from BHB and provide any other relief the court deem appropriate. Count 3. All right, here we go. One of the last counts. Plaintiff reallege each of the foregoing paragraphs as if
They ain't gonna give Queen Bee shit. All right. Now it's not so bare. Thank you, Paper Katina, but I don't want your money. Okay. But thank you. Thank you. Anyway, I don't see nothing coming of this. I don't see Queen Bee. The lawyer ain't even asking for an amount of money. Like I said, her case is easy to prove wrong. Easy, like super easy. I just proved it to you. Alcohol is a drug. She said you sold drugs. Okay. You did. The court of law say you did. There you go. You done. That's done. You ain't getting nothing from Betty. You ain't winning a lawsuit against Betty. So if you spent extra money, you wasted it. And your lawyer's not very bright. He didn't look into nothing.
fully sets forth here. In the event the court determines the statements referenced in the count 2 are not defamatory per se, they remain defamatory per quote. Is that how you say that? I think that's how you say that. For these reasons, Queen Bee requests this court to enter a judgment in her favor and against BHB as to this count, award Queen Bee damages at trial and have and recover from BHB, and provide any other relief the court deems appropriate. Queen Bee demands a trial by jury on all counts, so triable. Respectfully, lawyers from fuck around and find out. All right, and there is a signature there that I had to block, redacted, verification.
That's from Mr. Find Out, the worst lawyer on the damn cell block. I could have got a jailhouse lawyer that was better than that. She said she sold drugs to kids. It don't matter what type of drug it is. A drug is a drug, okay? If you're selling drugs to kids, you're selling drugs to kids. It don't matter. Alcohol is a drug. Is there anybody out here that thinks alcohol is not a drug in the chat room? Press 1. Clearly, the government considers it a drug. You can drink it. You can get hooked on it. You can drink it and die. What if them kids would have died that night she sold alcohol to? Would it have been a drug then? Would it have been not so bad then? Right? What if it was your kid? I ain't saying it's the worst thing in the world, you know. But it could lead to tragedy, you know, and it's bad. That's the reason she went to jail for it. That's the reason she was convicted of it. But to be like somebody is defaming you when they're telling the truth that you did do that. Now you trying to play wordplay. Y'all did that with Heels in the Air, the whole wordplay thing. So, and after I read through Heels' court rec stuff, oh my God, you think this is crazy? You should see the one with Heels. I do have that, but I've been laying off everybody's neck a little bit. because I don't want to go back and forth with these people. But I'm just telling you guys now, this countersuit, it has no standing, no merit. There's nothing in it that says you did something that defamed me. There's nothing in it that shows a loss. Okay. There's nothing in it that says, okay, since you called me these names, this has happened. There's none of that. There's not a set amount that she's going for. There's not like, and like I said, it's going to be easy to prove her wrong because all Betty has to do is tell the judge, hey, could you look at her criminal record? She sold alcohol to kids. That is a drug. I said she sold drugs to kids. That is an actual factual statement. And what is that? That takes your whole, the rest of it was nothing. The rest of it was absolutely nothing. You're a horrible person at attacking people, and Betty's going to be able to show that. Okay? So she's going to be able to show you attacking her for nothing, and then she's going to be able to show that your countersuit stands on nothing. It absolutely stands on nothing because of your criminal record. Your criminal record is what's going to get this thrown out. Okay? You have been convicted of it. Okay? And then you're going to get up there and say, well, she said this ain't true. And the judge is going to look right at your criminal record and go, this is true. This is 100% true as shit. You know, just because you don't consider it a drug, the courts do. Okay? So you can be like, oh, I didn't sell drugs to kids. Yes, you did. You 100% did. That wasn't a dead. Remember, she was dead and stuff like that. Not to kick a dead horse, literally. But you ain't dead. That is you. That is what you done. Betty said that shit. I said you sold drugs. That ain't lying. I mean, that's just your criminal record. We're just reciting your criminal record. You know, like you had no problem doing for everybody else when you was attacking people you didn't know. So, I don't know. I just don't think her lawsuit is good. I don't really think Betty's lawsuit is good either, no, to be honest. I don't think any of it's good. I think all of it's going to get thrown out. And it's just a waste of money. I'll say it again, a waste of money. Take up money for good things. If people ain't going to jail, don't give them no money. All right. If she was facing criminal charges, then help her. But if you just getting sued, let YouTube creators figure that shit out. Chatter shouldn't be getting involved in that one. That's what I think.
And everything is in there. The font might have changed because I had to actually change the document over to.
Okay, I don't want to hear your opinion on it. It was hard getting through you reading it. So, but I'll put out the link for a minute. You guys can come up, tell me what you think. Is there anything in this lawsuit that sounds like she is going to win a countersuit? Because like I said, we just proved right there in a matter of seconds that beer is a drug. You sold drugs. I mean, what, is there anybody that doubted she sold drugs? There you go. And not only that, you did sell real drugs too. Okay. And alcohol is a real drug, but I'm saying you also sold other drugs and manufactured them. So when people say you sell drugs to kids and you go, I don't sell no drugs to kids, the judge is going to look at you like you lying ass lie. Right then, you're right fighting a lie from that point, because a judge can look right at your criminal record. He can look right down and go, man, you've been arrested for distributing, manufacturing, selling alcohol. They're going to be like, she didn't make no false statements. If you harass somebody and they reply, they say something about it, she's not harassing you. She's just discussing what's happening to her up here. Okay. Like they got an hour, 36 minutes where they discuss it. Yeah. The lady's being harassed. She came up here and discussed the harassment she was going through up here. What does that have to do with anything? Right. Your argument is she said, I sold drugs to kids. Well, that's easily to prove, right? That shit. You don't even need a good lawyer. Betty don't even need a lawyer to prove that one. Okay. It's just like, look for yourself, Your Honor. Look for yourself. That's it. Say as less as possible. Sometimes less is more. If you like, did you say that? Be like, just look at her criminal record real quick. And then ask me the question again. Then when they look, they ain't gonna ask you a question. They're gonna know right there. Okay, yeah, he did sell drugs. You know what I'm saying? And Betty ain't stupid. She knows this. She knows her criminal record. Betty knows what she says. I'm sure Betty's pretty calculated. Betty ain't one to do hate channels. Okay, she don't make videos over and over and over again about you. If somebody goes in there trolling her and baits her into saying something, she'll discuss a little bit of something, right? And then she'll try to get back on topic. But their whole countersuit to me didn't have shit to it. Nothing. All right, this is the link to get in. Right there. All right, mods, copy it. I got about, I don't know, about 15, 20 minutes I can hang out. And then I got to get the hell up out of here. Dolly got to get him some sleep. All right. So we'll see how this plays out. You know, like I said, they really need to work it the fuck out and stop wasting people's money for the good of YouTube. All right, in the back, we got weighing in at, I don't know, with red hair. It's Paper Cut Tina.
God. Hi. God, you can countersue for anything.
I mean, you can countersue, but you don't mean you're going to win.
Right. But I
You know
thought
what I'm
you
saying?
had. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, that, you know, you can countersue, but that don't mean you're going to win. She's basically saying she's suing her because she said she sold drugs to kids.
Oh, well, she did. So
I mean, I know. I mean, what? How can you? How do you think you're going to win that when you actually did it?
exactly, and there's proof out there, so she's kind of screwed. I mean, you know, yeah,
I mean, there's proof right there in the courthouse.
right,
You know what I'm saying? They don't even have to go far to look for the proof. The proof is right there where they're at. They're at the fucking courthouse. They'll pull that little lady that sits on the side. She'll pull your criminal record so fucking fast. And
yeah,
she'll get that little nod to the judge, and then the judge knows you've been arrested for it.
yeah. And I had a lawyer tell me I brought this up, but it was many months ago when my son had some friends over. I mean, I should have known, but I didn't check their backpacks. One had a huge gallon thing of vodka. I didn't even, or no, bigger than that. It was huge. It was like I don't know what it was, a barrel size that you buy. Anyway, an orange juice. And then it was in my, I was drinking then and I went out. I didn't go out all the time, but I just wanted to go out. And I came back pretty early, about 11. And my daughter was at a friend's. She was a lot younger. This was 13, 14 years ago. But anyway, yeah, I got charged, for being the adult at the house for serving minors alcohol. And then when I told this story before, I came home and I just kicked one of my boots off and there was a knock at the door. I think the cops are waiting for me. And they were talking to me and, did you have a party here? And I'm like, no. And anyway, then he gave me the ticket.
What was it? Delinquency, contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
Probably. That's probably what.
Yeah, that's different than what she was charged with.
Oh, okay. Didn't know.
Yeah, that's different because she sold alcohol to minors. That's different than contributing.
Yeah. Okay. Then letting them have it. But yeah, the lawyer I had said, this is serious. Even what I did was serious, he said. And I said, well, I don't want to spend even one night in jail. My daughter's young. I have no past offenses. And he said, plead the, what's it called? Starts with the letter A. It's like no contest. It's like you're agreeing with them that you did something wrong, but not with the details. Whatever that word is, I can't ever remember it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, learn a lesson. But what I'm saying is, if somebody said, "Hey, you was in trouble for this," you can't say I wasn't. She was actually in trouble because alcohol is a drug.
Yeah.
People don't lie.
Yeah. And honestly, like for many years, I didn't look at it like this, but I am now, and I have been 4 years, being in AA and stuff. It is a drug. It is. Yeah. It's a poison kind of, even, I think it might be.
Well,
Well,
I recommend people, if you have an alcohol problem, get some help with it. And
mhm,
it's definitely a drug. It's definitely addictive. Uh,
mhm,
destroys lives.
mhm.
Stop me to death, Tina.
Oh, sorry.
Um, but yeah. And she's gonna have a hard fight there because technically she did sell drugs to kids. So Betty ain't wrong. And if that's what you're basing your whole countersuit on, and she knows JLR, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose that countersuit for sure.
When will we know? Like, is there going to be a hearing, or I mean?
Well, I'm sure there'll be something coming up,
Mhm.
and as soon as I know something, I know before I would spend all that money, I'd work shit out. I'm just saying, I'd work all that shit out and stop talking about each other, because that's all it's going to come down to anyway. The judge is going to just tell them to stop talking bad about each other.
Right. Right.
So,
I don't know. Yeah.
hey, short legs.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how long of a process. I've never been sued for defamation, so I don't know how long the process is. You
Mhm.
know, I just know if that's their case, they don't got one.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, look, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here so I can get me some sleep. Tina, it was good seeing you. I'll talk
Thank
to you
you.
guys tomorrow.
Thanks. Prayers for my piggy, you guys.
Prayers,
He
prayers
isn't
for you.
drinking water, and I picked him up, and he's very light. And I'm scared. I was bawling most of the day, but it is what it is.
Have
But
you tried to force a little bit of water in them?
yeah, I didn't lay him back because I didn't want him to gag or choke on it. I had him sitting up like this, and I have tremors, so I had to lean my arm against. Anyway, I got it in his mouth, and he was sucking, but he was too weak. This is how scary it is to like go like this and pull his chin out. So I had to pull it out. But the vet is really nice. Of course, the young gal was like, "Well, you're going to have to go to the emergency on Meridian, blah blah blah," and I said, this vet knows me. I brought my piggies in there for a while. He's got to give me a call. Will you please put important? And she did, and he called, and he agrees. So he'll be fit in between surgeries tomorrow. So I just need prayers for Stormy. But
Okay,
that's
prayers
not
for
why
Stormy,
I came
everybody.
up. Thank
All right,
you. Thanks, Jimmy.
all right,
Bye
Tina.
bye.
All right, peace. All right, there you go. Prayers for Stormy, the damn guinea pig. We don't want Tina's damn guinea pig dying. She'll come unhinged. Okay. So everybody throw a little prayer in there for the damn guinea pig. I seen she just wanted to raise another 10,000, and she was laughing about it. Who wants to raise another 10,000? If people give this lady another 10,000, I do not know. Okay. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, get some sleep. Y'all have a great night. I will see you guys tomorrow. And like I said, let me know in the comments what y'all think. I think all this is going to be thrown out of court. The judge is going to tell these people, Betty and Queen, y'all stop fighting. Same thing they told me in Sav. It wasn't a lawsuit, though. That was criminal. But they're going to tell y'all the same thing. Stop fighting. Okay? Stop fighting. That's what the judge is going to say. He ain't going to take a bunch of money from women that are arguing on the internet. I don't see that happening. Especially when like Betty can prove what she's saying is legit. And I don't think that Queen's done enough that a judge is going to award Betty a bunch of money. I don't. So we'll see how it plays out. But you guys that are watching this, let me know in the comment how you'll think it will play out. Because the fuck around, find out lawyer, that wasn't very good. Like I feel comfortable I could represent Betty against this person. Okay. And I'm a dumbass. But I know now I ain't dumb enough not to know that beer, alcohol is a drug. Okay. And you're saying I didn't sell drugs to kids. You did. Look at Google beer, alcohol. It's a drug. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.